All right, I'm ready.
Just refresh my screen. I don't see that. All right. Well, I'll try and find something, but
let me show you one of my favorite things.
Let me try. All right, that works. Well, let's take a look at SPX real quick. I'll hide these for now too. Oh my God, it's setting up for a disaster, huh? So take a look at 3 hours. See what I see here?
Bear pendant.
Yeah, it has like a little bear pennant and like a rising wedge at the same time, right? So, and this is just 3 hours. I'll just go on the daily here, fix this. So there's the daily. The ton of support obviously is going to be around this level, 38.58, and the previous level here, 38.76. So that's your buy zone. 30 minutes. Okay, I'll go with 30 minutes on these and use 30 minutes for. Okay. So we broke out of the nice channel. You guys see this? Like a down channel here. And look where we kind of got stopped. Right there. So, and if you think about it, there's a little indecision candle here on 30 minutes. So if you go on 15, it's going to even look a little bit stronger. There it goes. So probably this is your demand somewhere around 39.5 will be the demand, but let's see. I don't know if futures are up or down right now, so we'll get to it. But it should be coming back down, yeah, somewhere right around there. These would be the levels. You guys see where it's stuck a few times already? See that? So it acted as previous support here, and now it's hitting that from the bottom. So, and it has this nice trend line that we saw on, let's call it maybe even 4 hours, even daily wouldn't have it. Yeah. So daily would be like this. What does that do? On 4 hours. And do you guys know the difference? Why the 4 hours has the wick? Who knows the answer? I go on a daily, so now pay attention. When I look at the daily, I don't see that hitting perfectly. Well, it's hitting now perfectly, but when I go on 4 hours, it's not hitting perfectly. Why?
Picking up after hours.
Yep, good job. I just want to make sure you guys got that. It's picking up after hours. There was a stronger push after hours, so therefore it had a bigger wick up top. So that's why sometimes I look at 4 hours or smaller than daily, so I can make sure that I'm not being kind of tricked by market makers on that. Okay, so this has room if it wants to go. So below 39.42, that looks like an easy short. Let's just make sure. I'd probably short it below this candle here. So this would be my short entry on SPX.
Balances on a price chart. So
Say it again.
No, somebody has something on in the background.
Yeah, so honestly, so this rising wedge, if it breaks, I would look for that. But then you guys see how easy and choppy they can make it all the way up to here. So they could push it all the way to 425, which, I don't know how the futures are. If anyone has them up, you can check. But there's a potential that they trap some people and push this to 425. It's just honestly, it's the most uncertain time now, especially with, the two hikes that they're talking about. 50 basis points, but you can't trust them what they're, saying. It's also that, if you look back, what did they call this inflation to be, 6 months back? Right? They said that it's going to be, passing through transitionary inflation, and now all of a sudden no longer transitionary. Now it's a really, big deal, right? So you just can't trust them the way they're speaking, because their goal is to soften the blow to the stock market. So think about it, how the language has to be kind of soft instead of scaring the people away. They have to kind of tell you in a nice way that it's going to collapse. So let's see. So where would you take it long? Anyone?
Above 4090.
Well, yeah, I mean, long, you can take it above that level. That'd be a nice shift, right? But I don't think many of us will wait for 490. So I personally would take it over probably, if we can go over 4,000, I would take it, because we would get the momentum to 425 then. So that'll be my play that I go for SPX. They would drive a little bit of momentum, but you would have to be quick on the profits. And then if you see it going, if it gets over 425, there's a strong chance that we basically go over that and go towards 480. Yes, you're right. There's something here that's right around 446. So if you guys look at this just from price action, this would be the area, just from retailers and what they're doing, liquidity areas. This would be your potential rejection here. So if you go on like 65 minutes, you'll see that We're hitting both of them here. Oh, there you go. So this is the area you should watch. If this crosses tonight, let's say we go over 4,000, then you got 425, about 450, 446, 450, and then you get 489. And then, if we break that, then you just kind of keep going. There'll be plenty of epochs to the upside, I guess, here. So this will be your epoch here. And then you have another one here, which will be, I think this will be the 4,300 level. Yep. So that'll be the key levels that you should kind of watch out for in terms of SPX. So any questions on this? Short here, I would go long if you care. 4,000, just be quick taking profits, especially tomorrow. Friday is going to be really, really volatile. So because of the Monday we are out, I would not be surprised if they rip the head off on Friday and do the reversal of people being scared holding on to stuff, and they literally take off the market, like really rip it. I would not be shocked if they did that. And here you will have a double XPOC, which makes sense. I spent a lot of time here. Yeah, this level here is really, really important too. The one that we said short below.
What's up, Shorty?
Hey, what's up, bud? Why is it not showing up? Session profile not working. Yeah. So any questions on SPX?
How would you play SPX if it rejected the weekly top trend line?
Which one?
The weekly top trend line.
Weekly top trend line.
It rejected it, and
This one right here?
yeah,
I would definitely short it. That would line up with about 44,025. More 4,010. I would short it there. But it's the first green that we've had with green volume so far in past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks.
we had 7 weeks, 7 consecutive red weeks.
Yeah, so this is the first week where you have green volume, and this is setting up for a bullish inside day. I mean, inside week, sorry. So they might be slowly, saying, hey, we're kind of exhausted here.
What are your
will
thoughts?
not-
The volume's been decreasing, actually.
I'm sorry?
The volume has been decreasing on the daily.
Well, I think it's relatively the same, like on buying at least. It's not that far off. Candle size, volume size, it's not that far off. I mean, here it was telling you of slowing down right here. So, yeah, this,
There's your pattern, by the way, of falling wedge.
yeah, it has a little bit of from here if you grab it. And
It's interesting,
honestly,
a
if
bear
this
flag
breaks
on the daily.
4024, yeah, it has a, I mean, this is a bear flag on daily. And TPO is right here as well at 3945. So, all right, so here's SPY. Yep, I think we got the key areas marked up on this already. And there's just a nice distribution volume profile here. Lined up at 400, which is right here. I mean, it's so choppy until it breaks. This 401.11 is your key level, even though psychologically a lot of people are stuck on the other 400. But this is your level right here. 401 is a big break. And this has a nice trend line from the bottom as well. So you guys see where you could short this? You could definitely short it on here if it breaks. If it opens up here, I would not short it immediately. If it dips below, I'll wait for a retest and then short it down. Just keep in mind what I'm telling you right now. Do not short it on the first initial burst in the morning. Wait for the retest of this POC and then look for a short. Actually, if it dips below this, this is going to be a good sign that we're going down. So this level here at 396.55 is your storyteller for tomorrow and Friday. So this is going to be crucial here, this level. And then we have a VPOC right here. Does everybody know what a VPOC is?
No, I don't know what a BPOC is.
No, of course you do. You're just giving me hard shit here, huh? All right, so I would honestly only go long over 401. Like if it goes above this supply zone and retest and then take it long, then you have 405 that it could then it could run, right? And then if it breaks below this level, 396.55, you have an easy. I mean, it's double XPOC here. 392 to 391.5 is a double XPOC, so it's going to pull really strong if you get a fall down here if it decides to start dumping. So keep an eye on that, and then you can also, if this starts kind of going crazy on the downside, I would just connect these, and then I would look for a bounce somewhere around here because you have this yellow line. I don't know, can you guys see it? Purple. So this yellow line and this would be a nice bounce here at 377, and I know we have support around there as well. So keep that in mind. And the yellow and the purple, well, I guess now we should make this one purple. So this is the major channel that we're in now. If you guys take a look at this. Why is this one not touching anything? Oh, this is nice. This is accumulative for a while. So this is like, what is this? A full year POCs, and it seems like the TPO hasn't been touched here at 335. Oh, that's scary. Pretty scary. Any questions on SPY? So definitely wait for the break, retest, and then short. If you're going to be scalping, you can play the break of the trend line. Just know that you have the previous higher low right here. You really want it to be go below it and then look for short. So AMD was fairly similar. What I was looking at today, I was looking to short it here. Was thinking that they will push it to 94.10 over 94.21 or 26. I was looking to go long, but they never actually gave that opportunity. So I did take it. I did not take a short here because I didn't want to get trapped on building a nice support right below the resistance, because those can rip, right? When it's consolidating like this, excuse me, if it's consolidating for some time, like here, you know, I thought they were going to get a green like a push off of the bottom low, like right here of the previous lower high or higher high. And then I was like, well, I'm going to wait for to enter the short at 319, and that's what I did. A good entry was the break of this, I guess, doji or whatever you want to call it, indecision candle. This was a good entry as well, knowing that we had the POC or VPOC right here. So I did not take it there. I took it here, and then I think we dumped. Let's see. Yep. So we dumped pretty nicely. We went all the way to 89.5, and now we are hitting the resistance at 91. So, which, you know, you could probably play the previous day POC as a rejection for tomorrow, which would be right here. So I would definitely watch to short at 91 like 20. And, you know, as long as you're staying inside this cloud, you stay in a trade. So if you shorted here, you just keep your stop loss. Well, that would be what, 35 cents is your stop loss, and your next goal would be about 89.5. So it wouldn't be a bad trade to take. And then let's see, it has a nice area here that it bounced a few times. So 90.17 is the first one. Okay. So AMD, no, what are you doing? Obviously, it's sitting here. I would watch for that rejection on 30 minutes off of that POC, which should be 91.37. I would definitely watch that there. And then the POC prior to that day is right here. So if you see it squeezing in between these two, do you guys know how to play that? When you have two POCs, and POCs are like this, and if the price action opens either way, you can scalp the break of it, and then you play the retest long or retest short off of this POC. That's how you play the POCs. You do not break the first one, you wait for the retest. It will always pull towards the retest. If it doesn't, then you don't deserve to be in the trade. Okay. And then if we break this tomorrow, we have a nice level here, 86. Waiting for a nice little bounce. So I'd watch this, these levels tomorrow. Break below this low here, probably 89.38. You want to short it, and then you have about $3 move there. Only if it breaks the 94.26 do you go long, and then you look for a rejection somewhere around here. That's where you look for a rejection tomorrow, and then see if you get it. Okay. Tessie, I think somebody caught this today. This is a fairly easy play. So this was your trend line break. It was here. It was stuck here. And then we basically drew the trend line. And look how well this worked, guys. I just want you to understand this. A lot of people that are impatient, right? So if you take a look at, I'll just remove this for a second. I'll put it right here. You guys see this trend line? 1, 2, 3 touches. And look what it does. I'm just trying to go here. You guys see what it does off of this trend line? We treated it basically as resistance once, twice, 3 times, and then look, it went over, came back. You could have scalped it for long. So I would say 652, 661. You can make money on Tesla on that. Then again, 651 all the way back, and it did not really make a new higher high. And then it ripped to go to the previous trend line here. I just drew a flat line there. And that's 660, 658. And then look, it rejected on the same level. Again, comes back 650, 282 and goes up. I mean, what kind of day are you having here? So today, look, you opened right here. What kind of day is this? Anyone for Tesla?
I feel like I'm going to be wrong, but a trend day?
It is a trend day. Good job.
Okay.
Most people would not notice it. Most people didn't realize Tesla had a trend day today. So you have multiple flags broken. And then we consolidated. So where would you short this tomorrow? Anyone?
Below those wicks.
Below that triple top or something.
This would be your entry tomorrow for shorting right here. And then let's just do something real quick. And now watch, something is going to happen on this level here that we just marked for shorting. Let's see what happens. It happens to be a skinny belly with a little bit of a peak. Let's see. Right here. So this is literally the last resort of support. Once it crushes through that, that's a done deal. And then we have about 633 down. And that's an ugly profile there. Hopefully somebody caught this today. So it's a fairly good play. Then here, we have a nice triangle on the top. You guys see it? So honestly, you don't even need this level. You really just need to get over 670 to go long. And if you do get over 670, well, I have to tell you where it's headed, or you guys got it?
It's going to that trend line.
Man, this is going to be fairly obvious that you want to be getting out somewhere around here. And that probably is 700 level. I'm just going to bring this wick here. Yeah. So that's something where you would want to get out if it starts. I'll be getting out here. So if it breaks this level 670, probably you get $30 move. You probably have some resistance off of this trend line here, and then it will create a bull flag and then go to 700. And then if it breaks, see what it needs to break here. Yeah, I would honestly wait for the 650.42. I would not reinvent the wheel. I would, it's probably going to get a bounce here tomorrow, and you can watch it just to learn off of this trend line. Tomorrow, again, it's going to bounce. You see how the body of this stayed up the whole time, so I would not be shocked if it did that tomorrow as well. And then I would go short right below 650. If you want to call it 650, you're more than welcome to, because it could bounce because that 40 cents, and then you'd be in trouble. Okay, let's check what other you guys got. Let's pick some up from people. Anyone? No. NVIDIA post DR. NVIDIA needs to tap 147. So let me see what it did after hours. Okay, so how's the ER? I mean, did they have bad guidance or was it? It's not necessarily a horrible. Yeah, it has to be the guide because yeah, this looks. Obviously, the low of the day is going to be crucial for it. Wow, 152. And then let's take a look at this. It's not going to have anything I know for sure on. Okay. All right. So most likely, do you guys see where we are headed?
That volume shelf. Yeah.
No.
I can't
Okay, so yeah,
can't
so
see the price, but yeah.
there's two TPO levels here in a row. You guys see the TPOs here? There's one that's right there, and then you have another one that's right here at 138. So this is going to be a nice demand, and there, but one is P, one is B shaped. So P and B together usually produce a nice bounce in terms of levels. And then you have this right here. So this is going to be a nice. So it's almost like if you take this off, you take this guy off, and you see how it gives you like a nice little volume. Sorry, I can't see this. Okay, so this literally becomes your demand for the video right here. So I was shorted below pre-market low with my eyes closed. I'll be aware of the 150 level, just psychological, level. This 3 hours. Yeah, the 130 level is going to be pretty important there. Yeah, I would definitely short it below the pre-market low, or if you want to be a little bit more sure, short below 150 or 150.72. You could short it, and then it has room all the way to 143.65. That would be a really good level for profit taking to occur right here. Yeah, I would definitely play that. So you could go 152 to 147, 143, or 150 to 147.27, 143.65. Well, this level here is fairly important for them. Even though it should be this level right here. Yeah. This should be the level that they care about more so than anything else. Wow, it's all the way up here. That's crazy. And this is a monthly trend line here. Oh man. You see what it's rejecting, Drew?
The yeah, the POC.
Yeah, the cumulative POC right here at
Yeah.
345. I would definitely short it. If I was, looking to be aggressive, I would short it below this trend line. Or I'd go long on that break of that level, 345, whatever 40 is, or just 345 is good. I'd look for the break of that. Here's your 1 hour trend line. I mean, it's clean as day. Look at that. And it looks like a rising wedge too on 1 hour. So if it gets over this level, I guess 340s, so then I'm trying to get this shelf. Let me see. Yeah, right there. So this level is your long because that opens up the space, as you can tell here. Then it could make a run all the way to up here. So about 353, 32. So long over that would be your target, or you're gonna short on the break of this trend line here, or you could short the low of the day, which is 343.5, and then you would have room all the way to about 340s, 340.5, so $3 move. Wow, Nina got beat up. Man, it came back all the way to test this IPO high. Wow, that is crazy. I did damage, Ruth. Were you not listening? Can you guys hear me or?
Yes,
Sorry,
sir.
I can hear you. I must have just missed that you switched tickers because I'm doing other stuff in the background. I'm gonna I'm gonna be rewatching the recording. I can't pay attention to what you're going over and all the stuff I'm doing in the background. So
That's why you stop doing stuff in the background.
okay. All right, that's it. I stepped down as mod.
All right,
I'm joking.
let's see. So we would, I mean, if this breaks this level, I mean, obviously 11, it has 8 below as a retest. And then on the monthly, let's see. We'll do this. It has a little bit of a look of a probably $18. It's far away, but I wouldn't play it any other ways. If you're buying shares, this is probably a good spot to be buying shares. I'll look for this, and then over 18, it looks promising, right? I mean, it has a little bit of a shelf here all the way to 20, and then it really starts going at 22 breaks. It has room all the way to about 37. Can't believe it went to low of $11. That's crazy. QQQ. Qs are easy. I mean, do you want to short it below this fib here? Let's see on 30 minutes just to make sure we're not missing any VPOCs. I'll just delete some lines.
Have you done semiconductors, Shorty?
I did AMD and NVIDIA.
Nice.
So we have a bounce of 289.12. I was still shorted below 288.58. How are the futures? Does anyone know? Are we up, down? And there's a lot of volume being built here. Okay, this is fairly easy, right? So if NQ can reclaim 1255, I mean, you can probably go long on this, make some decent money tomorrow because it would trigger a trending day tomorrow. So call it 1251. If you're able to break that, you guys should probably consider going long on this. And I would get out somewhere around here. I mean, that becomes a really overlapping supply here. So that 12.3 on even on Qs is on NQ is going to be really big level here. And then 30 minutes does not look the best.
Are you talking, Shorty, or no?
No, I'm just thinking, see what they might do here, because this looks. Is anyone familiar with the diamond shape pattern? This is setting up to be a diamond shape, and this would be scary if it does, man. It will break through this low. It would probably go to the 1618 if it does break this. Yeah, this looks pretty dangerous. So this, we're gonna mark purple. Got it.
Can you explain the diamond shape?
Yeah, so usually when you get, let me see if I can, doesn't have the ability to turn, but let me, so for instance, you see here you have, okay, I'll change this here. So, and it's not strong to have a diamond top, but it would look something like this. And it just needed to drop. If it dropped here somewhere where it would create a really symmetrical, you want it to be in line with the previous line that you connected. So somewhere around, if it dropped at 11.9, man, it would have created a really, really good diamond. And usually these diamonds, the way they play out, if this was kind of the way it was supposed to work out, so it would be like this, somewhere around there. It would have like a diamond top. And usually what happens is that you get really tight consolidation here hitting these, and then you would get like, it would break pretty much all of these lows here and go to the next fibs that either you have either here or, you know, go there and then bounce, but then it will eventually continue to here.
So it's a bearish pattern?
Yeah, diamond tops are bearish, bottom diamonds are bullish.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a really dangerous pattern when you recognize it in terms of trading. It does a lot of damage when you find one. So I would honestly here, I mean, you could short this below 1182. You could definitely short it below this, and then you would have 11,826, which is not bad, all the way there, and then the next fib. Then you have this nice bigger trend line. So if you look at it on the 4 hours, what do you guys see here?
Is that a massive bear flag? And you're not showing us the whole flag?
Yeah, it's a pretty good size bear flag, guys. As much as I don't want it to be a bear flag, I feel bad for the people with 401ks and retirements. I mean, this should be a pretty good drop, guys. This is probably about 12% or whatever it might be. Let's see. So this should be about 8.8%. So if it drops from here, so you're looking at about 10.6. And remember, I'm just on 4 hours. This does not happen overnight, right? So it happened here. So it happened from May 17th to May 22nd. So this happened in, what is it, May 27th. So this happened in 2 days, almost 3 days, right? 16 4-hour bars. So in 2 days it happened. So I would not be looking for this to happen overnight, but it would be good if it gets close to this to swing some like Wednesday puts or Thursday puts when they come up. If we break this and we're consolidating, because there might be something coming out, trigger this.
Yo, Shorty, have you found any reason to be bullish?
Not yet. I did add like semis. I added, AMD shares. I bought some Amazon. I haven't bought Tesla because it seems like they're strongly attacking Tesla from every side. When you have, because somebody, just think about it. When Bill Gates came out and said, "Hey, I'm short $500 million," what do you think the other people that want to short Tesla are doing now? Well, they're like, "Hey, if he's short $500 million, man, I'll just dump in a couple of $1 million in it." So now, they're creating some pressure on Tesla to come down. So I did not buy any of that just yet. I think Google is at a decent spot as long as it holds the 2,000. I think it's safe. But we're below the short level here.
Really quick, Shorty, did you say to short SPX below 39.78?
Let's see what I said. Wow, yeah, Google is really in trouble.
I think it was 39.42.
I think that sounds more reasonable. I think 39.42 was the one. Let's see. 39, you can go 42, a little bit aggressive, safer 39.32.
Thank you.
Some people will take it below 39.50 just because of the, I guess, psychological number. I just didn't see much, in terms of support. So here, if you look at this, there's these 2 wicks here. So it's not bad if you want to short it. Just so this could be your entry for short here.
Thank you.
It's more based off the even numbers and psychology, right, than anything else. So you could short it here. The best thing that you could do is if it dips below this level, let it retest and then short. That would be your best scenario. So if you wanted to play that, yeah, do that.
Retest for
39.50.
39.50. Okay, thank you.
Yep. All right, let's see. So we got this. Yep. So SPX done. Qs, I think we're done. Qs, yep. Finished Qs. Google, man, it's just you guys look at it. What does it look like to you?
It's a bear flag or bear pennant, whatever.
Yeah, this is a ascending triangle. I'm kidding. What a joke. So I would really not short this. Sorry, not go long on this until 21.31 is broken. So this would be my kind of like go long. And then you can wait for 2087, or you could wait for today's low. Or I'm sorry, this low to be broken here. And then, 21.8, your 2100 would be lining up right with this trend line here to short. And that's not a bad short, but I honestly would wait. You see these little wicks here that kind of created? So I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow at 2100 you get a bounce. So it could be a bounce play here. Right here. Somebody messing with me, changing my text to white. Sequence, that you fucking with me? And if we short below, there's a high potential that you're going to bring it back all the way here. We also have this trend line that we should watch. So if you shorted here, so short below, somebody fucking with me. I'm about to kick everybody out of this trading you. You can short it below this and then all the way to here, or watch this trend line, see how we play out. Yeah, but we were definitely in the bear flag, so.
Damn, how many people are using your trading view?
A lot. I think half the Discord has it. Okay, so that's that one. That looks pretty good, guys. I like this one a lot. What is this? No have ER. I heard a lot of people talking.
Maybe that's where you got that random line on ad or whatever it is. Somebody else drew it there.
Oh God. Oh my God. Oof. This is nasty. Holy crap, this is nasty, dude. Holy crap, dude. They are like relentless. Wow. So did it just break the low here? Oh wow. This is an easy head to 100, guys, on snow here. Oh, I'm gonna be all over this. If it breaks this low of 110, this goes to 100 easy. Let's just do some crazy. Wow, look at that 1620, guys. We're rejected. Wow. So I hit the 127 perfectly. And this 1618, it's in a weird color. $105.18. So that wouldn't be bad short tomorrow, guys. Below 110 has nice space to go down. Oof. Oh, hello. Oh, God. You guys should not miss this tomorrow.
That's an ascending triangle.
Definitely an ascending triangle. Guys, don't listen to him. He's being sarcastic.
Yo, Shorty, can you check cause Facebook or Meta platforms?
Bro, are you watching my screen?
No, I'm not. I'm driving.
Oh, I'm on Facebook literally now. I'm charting Facebook.
Oh, hell yeah, man! Great mind alike.
So we talked about
It has an
this
ascending
thing.
triangle, Flipper.
Ooh, talk to me dirty. Hell yeah.
So if we break this trend line, guys, at 181, you guys see that they tested this zone. This is called liquidity right here. This is literally your dollar signs right here. This is all liquidity here. They're basically just scooping up, scooping up, scooping up, and then they're going to drop it one more time below this to pick up the rest. So if this breaks right here, this is your first target, this is your second target. You only stay in here. So let's say you play 175s on a break here, and it comes to 175 and you see it tweak, you sell the 175s, you buy the 170s or whatever the increment is below, you just roll it down. And I'm pretty sure we have a VPOC here. Yeah, so the VPOC is right here at 172. This is a really nice area for bounce and, you know, to get out your long. Yeah, this looks beautiful here. So you had a level here which we marked. So yeah, I would even short it below here, but below this POC, and I would stay in as long as this level, like 183.4, is not broken. Yeah, if this goes, yeah, this has a lot of potential for rejection. Yeah, Flip. If you're still in the car, I mean, it looks bearish. It looks like it wants to retest the previous low, which was like 170s. So
I'm just thinking we might have price action as last FOMC meeting. You know, we pumped right after Powell talked, and then the next day it was a dump.
yeah, that could definitely happen. And that's why, honestly, I only played one trade today on AMD, dude. That's all I did.
Oh hell yeah!
There's just not a lot of setups that I liked.
Yeah, the market did find a short-term bottom, but you got to be ready for the abrupt failure of a key level, and it just.
Oh yeah, once that happened, I honestly thought they were going to be more aggressive on upside. They were not as aggressive to me on buying, not yet. This is telling me that this is not the bottom yet for me, at least. I think we have more down.
Did it ever go over 400 today?
Oh no, never
Oh,
went over 400. I thought we were gonna go test at 4,300 on this run. I was expecting us to be right here on this level, but this is just taking a little bit longer. So really key level is 4,100. Once we break that, we're gonna start making some moves, you know, and then.
With the Nvidia fiasco that came today.
Hold on, say it again, bro. I can barely hear you.
Dr. Red, you got to speak up. You're really quiet.
Okay, let me. I think it's my microphone. Can you guys hear me now?
A little bit better, yeah.
Okay. Yo, I was asking with the Nvidia fiasco with even though they had a good beat and they had bad guidance, I noticed that Q's and SPY didn't drop as much. Is that an indication? Would you suspect that has a positive bearing on the SPY and the Q uh, for the remaining week or going into next week?
You can't just, I don't think you can look at one day. Wait for the digestion tomorrow to see what they do actually. They will show you their hand tomorrow, what they plan on doing with NVIDIA. I think they want to dump it more because they have an opportunity to buy the shares at cheaper price, right? So if you look at NVIDIA, I mean, just look at it, on a weekly. Not too long ago, this was a 147, and they did a split, right, guys? I don't know if it was 5-1 or 4-1, right here.
It was
So 4-1.
Yeah, 4-1.
Yeah, I mean, so at the split level when they announced right here, so what is this? The price was about 180, and then this price went all the way to about 350 times 4. Man, that's a $1,400 stock, pre-split. And now we're coming back to about, 4 times 150, right? So 600. So we've already wiped a lot, but I think they want it back to this demand, which would be about 147.27. So if they do, the Qs will quickly catch up because tomorrow I expect AMD to continue down, touch some levels below around 90s and stay there. And if we can't hold that previous recent low, that would, kind of show weakness there at 87, I believe it was. Yeah, level, no, 8608. So if that breaks tomorrow, then we're going to go test 83 and Qs will come down with it. Qs are not, if they didn't dump as much after hours, doesn't mean much till we open tomorrow. So look at it tomorrow morning when we do open.
Got it. Thank you, man.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see what else you guys got. Yeah, Facebook look good for short guys. How's this guy? I haven't looked at this guy in a minute. Phew. All right. You have a nice VPOC here. This is probably the easiest one I've seen so far for shorting. Yeah, this looks a pretty juicy setup here, guys. You break below this demand zone, I promise there's a strong chance you go back to 253. Call it, they want it at 254. I'm just trying to see there's anything nearby. Nothing nearby. Their safe exit should be here, so it should be about a $5 drop. And then below that, we have 248. That should be a nice demand zone on it. And this looks like a nice triangle too. So.
Oh shit! Look at the dollar when you get a chance, Shorty.
Well, 1 second. So this is what I would consider months if we are able to go over this, I guess 268, 270 level. That's the only way I would consider to be bullish on Microsoft here. This would be the change of character. You will have one higher high. This would be your second higher high, taking them out, and then retest of this should start the process up. And then even if you look here, you see where we kind of line up. I think we might have had the, potential bottom here. We just got to break 4,400 on SPY tomorrow if we're gonna make this the bottom. We have to go above 400 tomorrow. Like there's no other way. And if we break this, there's a high chance that we go to this 249 eventually as well. Not in a week, but I would play these levels 259, 254, 248.94 because it does have like a nice little rising wedge here. Any questions on this one? It's a fairly easy play, guys. Super easy play to wire. Microsoft. Yeah, Microsoft. So if we get a push tomorrow, if we break the high of the day, what is this? 24. What am I on? So is this the high of the day? Yep. So if we break the high of the day here, 264, I'd go long for this and go all the way to 268. And I would definitely look to short or bounce depending on how we approach this. Big candles, small candles. How's market doing? And it looks like this might be also 261 area, might be in balance. Okay, this is a pretty good candle tomorrow. DXY. SPY has a bear flag. Is that what you're seeing? You there or?
Yeah, I see it.
It still has room to drop. Probably to about a 101. It could drop more, yeah. Seems like it's almost back into this channel. So I got him, so just maybe a push here and then come back down. So I think we have a good list so far. I think we didn't cover Amazon. Okay, Amazon has a double bottom. Okay. I feel like they're accumulating right here on. So it could be a bear pennant here, right, on the daily. I think it's gonna have some type POCs here. Yeah, a lot of type POCs. So I remember this level. What was it? 2538. So it has a nice supply here. Somebody does not like it right here. 2217. This is a really, really strong demand supply zone, guys, on Amazon. Yeah, I would take a long over 2153. This way might go long. This would be my short.
Hey, Shorty, that last trend line you just drew. What?
This,
Yeah,
hmm
what you connected inside like below the lower high up there, and you went to. Is that an indecision candle right there?
this one, yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, that's a definitely. So if you're gonna draw your, your box around it, this would be your area for rejection when it does come up. So most likely, I mean, you have a supply within supply, that tells you a little bit, right? Tells you it's going to be a pretty damn strong supply if it does break this. So I'll definitely watch this 2153. If you're a little bit more patient, wait for that trend line to break before you take it long. Or better yet, if you see we're going to be a little chop zone, wait for a retest and then get in. And I promise you'll probably make more money than on a breakout. And then if you're shorting, if you short here, you don't have a lot of meat. So $15 it's not a lot of meat. If you drop this, then you have potential to hit some levels. So you have a POC at 1281, so $30 drop, and then you have the low of 2848, which seemed to be protected well, and that was also our 3-month breakout, if you guys remember. So this happens to be the level pretty much right here. You guys see that? That 2048 was our 3-month from July 18th breakout on it. So I would expect that to hold. So I would definitely, if I short here, I'll take my $50. And then if we break 2048, then we're going to 2000 and then 1969 on Amazon.
Yes, just broke through its bear flag on the 10-minute.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So it needs to go below this now. So what's happening now, you have, instance, you have a higher high, you have a lower high. This is your higher low. So honestly, once you break this, what happens right here? Watch now what happens. So at that point, you will have lower high plus what?
Lower low.
So this would be here, lower low, if it breaks here below. If it breaks this is where you want to get in, or you wait for the retest and then you short it, and then your first target is here. And then we also have like a little, let me see, what is this? 65, yeah, 65. I mean, there's so many trend lines here for this. That's why it's so choppy, because I could grab it from here. You see this, it could bounce literally here, and then there's another one from here to here. Each one of these 2 touches on it. So this could literally bounce here, get a bounce, then it could bounce literally right here from this section. So if you look, where was that? That was the decision right there. So it could bounce, so you see here, here, can break, rejection. So it could literally bounce right here or right here. So these would be the levels that you're looking for tomorrow.
It's turning into a big old red candle.
Yeah, which is not good. That means there's power behind that. So I would watch every single one of these as bear flags if we continue down, literally, and every have off the trend lines, and they can be your key levels. And then if we break that, then you have 39.25, and this looks to be going down now, about to break the lower high, lower low. There goes a bounce, and then usually what happens is that this is not going to make. This should not break this here if you're going to continue down. So now you just watch and you're short it here or retest, and then your first exit would be 10 points below if you're scalping futures. Yeah, but overall, that's a massive bear flag. You guys see that Still a bear flag rising wedge. I mean,
Yeah, I see the ascending triangle.
good job. Yeah, so we could come back all the way here, which would be nice. If you retested this 39 level, and then I think you would have a lot more momentum to break to the upside. It would be nice if we do that. All right, what else do you guys have? Anyone?
Shorty, a question for you. How do you, I'm not sure if you've probably addressed this before, but how do you draw your supply zones? Do you just mark it from the last like bullish candle before the sell-off?
So that's one way, correct. So you can look for those imbalance periods. So are you familiar with the Wyckoff theory?
No, I have to do some research on that.
Yeah, so basically here, I'll give you my favorite Wyckoff example is right here. I'll go on 1 monthly chart. So here, it basically has phases, right? So it has accumulation. This is where you see it. They accumulated here, then they re-accumulated here, right? This right here, what happened is called a test. Once you break this demand zone, you come back, you're basically testing to see if there's buyers that are willing to take this higher. Well, you know, they prompted good PR, and when you know Netflix in 2014 was probably something cool and new after we rented from Blockbuster for years. So then you go from here, you retest it twice, you load up more shares, and then you basically start sending this higher, better PR, better PR. So these are all of your reaccumulations, meaning they're filling up the warehouses with their stock in these boxes. Okay. So think of yourself as buying shoes, let's say in China. I'm not using any bad words, but you know, everything comes from China. So let's say you found somebody that can produce some, I don't know what shoes are popular now. I wear on, so whatever, right? Nikes, some kind. And you found them that everybody wants them. So you would quietly accumulate it, right? You would not tell your friends that you're buying this. You would just buy as many shoes as you want. Think of yourself as a greedy guy. Then you would say, oh, wow, look at these shoes. Somebody would publish something about these news, and it would create what?
Demand?
It would create demand. Then they rely on patterns and breaks and such like that basically trigger it to go along. And, you know, for retail to realize, oh, this is a bull flag, run it. And think about it. They want you to run it as much. They want you to create the hype. They alter your psychology in your head to play this for them. And you're playing this song as they wish. They're giving you all these patterns, right, that are being created, like this one here, you know, let's see, this guy right here. So they're giving you all of these patterns that you're playing in between for them to eventually say, yes, man, I bought 500 million, you know, Nike shoes here, and then I bought a little bit more here because I saw the demand, and we had a good plan for PR and getting this out there. So we're just gonna keep sending that, and then at one point, just pay attention. I'm on a monthly candle. You will say that from here, let's see, from here to here, I would say, oh, I guess, see here. So 427 days, what do you think they were doing here?
Selling.
They were selling so hard, but they did not have a lot of buyers. It just, when you think about it, right, fundamentally, what's happening right now in the United States and across the world in terms of this type of market that we are in?
Everybody's selling.
Well,
shorting.
yes, that. I'm more talking about the streaming services, right? What is happening? I mean, you have every channel somehow is being separated, and they have their own app for $4.99 now. Like Peacock, CBS, you have. I mean, there's. I don't even know how many streaming channels now. It's so saturated, right? They're first to the market, and people, the first-time investors. If you read any books, like, you know, and even in Pivot Boss, he talks about it. You have the people that are innovators. They come in and they're the first one to buy. And there's a phase, 5-cycle phase, who's buying here. Me and you would not buy here. Would you buy $10 million worth of Netflix at $4.96?
No.
Okay, if somebody's interested, here, just go buy right here. Go buy this right now. It's a $2.99. At one point, it was at $62. And you don't want to put in all your money in it?
I definitely don't know.
No, because you know what we don't know is what they know. Maybe they know that Netflix is going to buy Fubo because Fubo has TV rights to all the World Cup games. Well, don't you think a lot more people would sign up for Netflix for $19.99 for at least 2 months this year?
Oh yeah.
If that happened?
Yep.
So if they knew the plan, what do you think they would be doing while me and you just said no to a $3 stock?
They're loading the freaking boat.
They could be loading the boat because they know something and they're the innovators. So once these people come in, they get the best deal because they know the most, they're invented, they have a plan, a strategy. Eventually a business strategy drives a company, right? If they have no ideas on how to kind of get out of this slump that they're in, financially, I think they've been growing pretty decent when I looked at their financials, right? They've been growing decent. Doesn't mean, they're almost, I think they reached $1.1 billion in sales, which is pretty good. I mean, for a company that hasn't been public for a very long time. But if they don't have a plan and somebody's not supporting them, like a big boy, like BlackRock or whoever that might be, they're not going to go far. And you see here, there's a lot more green volume picking up. Look.
Charger, baby. Oh my God, my phone's gonna die. Oh my God.
ES broke that trend line too.
So whoever asked the question, so then they basically accumulate, buy more shoes. Then they start good PR about the shoes and they sell. And then they finally set up another trap where it's like, okay, let's see what we can get. We'll break the all-time highs. People are going to be ecstatic about it. And what do you think they did here to those poor people?
Dropped them.
This is where they got them, man. Like this area right here is where the retail is like, oh yeah, we're going to bounce right off the breakout level for past 430 days. And then they're like, yep, thank you. And I mean, this was a textbook trap on the whole market. I mean, you don't go from 600 to, like what was the low 330s, and then you drop it another 180. I mean, that's crazy, And you see the volume. Look at this volume here. They offloaded heavily. So they filled all the orders that had the buy orders, like that guy, whoever that rich dude was that was buying it. They got his ass here, probably Jim Cramer if he was involved. So that's how it works. That's your Wyckoff, and that's how the zones work. And your supply, if I wanted to buy supply on Netflix, right? So now that it dropped, a lot, the best thing you can do when something moves drastically in price is just look at this VPVR and just accumulate a lot of it, right? And you see here where it dropped, and then it has another bear flag. It still has room to go to $100. Like this would be my ultimate target to add some shares if I wanted to buy Netflix, but I just would not buy the Netflix shares. Has a nice bear flag here on a weekly, so it has room to actually dump even more. Every one of these bear flags paid so far. I'll definitely watch this for shorting now. You brought it up.
What you say
So
in your
Shorty.
experience? Oh, go ahead.
Nah, go ahead, big dog.
What you say in your experience when you see like I'm gonna call it a consolidated type bear flag. It's almost like it's loaded up just for the big drop. When you see it all packed up like that with the multi-level candles inside of a bear flag, does that indicate like when it breaks, it's gonna break hard?
Usually, the longer the consolidation, the bigger the break. So, and that's what, when you think about it, that's what it shows here, right, too. So if you look at this, just imagine these are monthly candles. You consolidated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, close to 15 months you consolidated. Once you break this level up or down, you're going to get a nice move. It just happens that people fell for the trap. They're able to sell really high. And then, look at the move down. Even from the bottom, 460, you go to 180, man. That's a pretty, nasty drop. So all of that, just think of it as a balloon. You're blowing air, you're blowing air, blowing air, blowing air, and then eventually the balloon has no more growth to go. So usually it pops. And when the balloon pops, usually on the upper side, right? Like, when you're in distribution phase and the seller's climax occurs like it did here, it's really violent because you guys know everything comes down faster than it goes up. Besides gas on gas stations, but everything else, stock-wise, yeah.
Yo, Shorty, have you noticed insiders in Pacific stocks are selling their shares?
Which
I post,
stock?
I tagged you something on chat.
I just can't see it. Where did you find it?
Finviz.
Why is it not working?
And then
How
you
do
go to
find it?
Insider. Yeah, you go to Insider.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
What the fuck? What do I click close?
And close it. Yeah, there we go. And you can go to Top Insider Trading Recent Week. There we go. You see it on the top? There we go. Look at that. But when I saw it, I was like, God damn.
Oh, they are selling some crazy shit here. Look at coin. Whoa.
It's interesting, like the people that are inside the actual stock, like the ones behind the scenes, are actually selling. Interesting. You're gonna see a lot of interesting names.
Is there a way to download this data or no?
Say what?
Is there a way to download this data? Maybe like this. This could be pretty good to do sometimes, like once a week. There. What's this column called? Transaction. Some FNKO or whatever the hell it's called.
And then you can go to the latest insider. The fuck was it? Latest insider trading as well.
It's pretty crazy when you look at the amount. So this FNKO, somebody sold $786 million worth.
It's wild, bro.
Get the fuck out of here. What is FNKO? What is Funko, man? What the fuck is it?
FNKO.
Yeah.
Oh, they make like those pop figures.
Something's about to pop in their shit. This is about to come down hard, man. I don't know if it's optionable, but somebody knows something here on this.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I have no idea, but it sounds like it's not going to do well.
They're little what's it called? Like
They're like action figures, Funko Pops.
I guess you could call them action figures. Yeah.
Somebody's
Yeah,
uploading fish. Okay, well.
for whatever reason, they're like really popular right now. People like resell them and shit.
Well, it's because they make a lot of limited edition stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Twitter. One
That's
guy
I
to
did
another.
not. I can't believe they're a stock. That's insane.
ABBV, coin. There's coin buy.
Also, Shorty, you can do a latest insider. You have Roblox. They're selling Roblox. What else?
I'm kind of shocked that Shorty doesn't know what a Funko Pop is.
Never heard of it.
Snap. Oh, Fable. They selling Fable.
Yeah, I mean, some of these guys are selling the crap out of this.
I think Dash showed up in that today
Huh?
somewhere too. I think
No.
Dash showed up in there as well for a significant sale.
Man, that's crazy. It's a lot of money. So you can then switch here just to kind of see inflow and outflow of insider selling versus. Wow. Yeah, I see the difference.
Yeah. Billions versus millions.
Wow, this is crazy, man. Crazy. Holy crap, man. That's crazy.
Bro, Shorty, go to the latest insider, bro. Look at PLTR, bro. Holy hell. On the top, yeah. Go scroll down. You're gonna see PLTR. Holy. Yeah, you're not gonna go to sleep, no? Want to drink a beer with me? Yeah? Talking to the baby, bro. You're gonna drink a beer with me. I'm long, but like, no, fuck, my mic's on. Sorry.
Isn't that water?
Huh?
Bud Light's water?
I call it water in my house.
Yeah, I mean, Shorty knows what kind of beer I drink. That's water. That's watered down water.
Bud Light's disgusting.
Hey, now, bro, whoever said that, you're right. You're right.
That's pretty shitty.
Her.
Shorty got a buzz off of one beer I sent him.
Yeah, don't talk to that.
Sierra, I need to get my hands on the stuff you get.
Oh, I can get you some.
That shit looks exclusive.
Yeah, it is. That the one I sent to Shorty, it comes out once a year.
Jesus.
Yeah. They have that really crazy. There's a Sam Adams one that comes out once every 3 years, I think, or every 2 years, and it costs about $3.50 for a bottle, and it's right around 40% alcohol.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I bet it's not cheap.
No, like $3.50 a bottle.
That's not bad.
It's really not that bad.
When you
For a
go to
beer.
bar, you pay. Well, I know you go to a bar, you pay some.
$350.
Oh.
Not $3.50.
Oh,
wow.
Wow.
I think you lost everyone, bro.
You definitely lost me.
No, it's like you drink it like a shot, And I mean, like you take an ounce and you sip on it, and it's a pretty big, good sized bottle.
What's the level of alcohol?
It's right around 40.
Wow.
Yeah, fuck that, man. That's moonshine level.
That's liquor.
So I'm looking here. I don't see PLTR on the sell list unless you're.
Here, if anybody wants to see it, I'll post a link. I'm laughing that Shorty's like 350 is not bad.
A beer? That's fucking crazy. Oh, maybe I didn't go all the way down. They're all selling, man. Alright, guys. Well, I don't have anything else from the stocks perspective. Unless you guys have special requests, we can look at it. But I think the first couple of minutes, you're going to be able to tell tomorrow, you know, your previous day highs and such are going to play a big role tomorrow.
Can you look at Pfizer? Can you look at Pfizer real quick, Shorty?
What company?
Pfizer.
Well, is that FIS?
Oh, PFE.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
PFE.
Sorry. Yeah.
Long day.
Yo, Shorty, you know we could trade SPX right now.
I don't know if I signed up for it, unless you don't have to sign up for it. Can you sign up, or is it on TOS or what platform?
I think TOS. I'm doing it on Webull.
I don't even see SPX move on any charts.
Yeah, I don't either. Maybe I'm not approved for any of that. I really don't want to trade at night. That'd be too much, man. I need a break from it.
Maybe we need to move over to Webull.
Negative. Stay on TOS, bro. Or you could do interactive broker.
TOS is garbage too, man. I'll probably take it over today's high. 54.05. I'll take it over that.
We really just need Sequence to code his own trading platform.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure he could do it. Labu for full port. What's Labu? Oh, wow. What? Is this leveraged? There's no way this is not leveraged. This has to be. Yeah, I was about to say. Okay. What the hell is it? There's the fucking 3x. Yeah, I mean, if this wasn't leveraged, you go from 185 to 5.
How do you know it's leveraged?
Well, I'm looking at this fall because it's 3 times the, whatever the bio is, the index for it. So everything is going to be 3 times as amplified on it. So I'm like, okay, well, I just don't know. If you look at Myrna, I mean, it went pretty bad. So this one, kind of lines up to it. And Myrna has a pretty head and shoulders here as well.
I don't get it because contracts, for example, it says $35. So how would that be like 3x?
The moves, the value of the moves happen. It's like SOXL for semis. Like, Qs will move a little bit, and then you'll see SOXL move like almost double in percentages.
Could you compare that to saying like SPX is like 2x SPY?
Well, if it was, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so like Myrna has a nice head and shoulders, guys. I was short the hell out of this right here. Let's see. So it has 122, and we closed at 130. Oh man, I would definitely close this. You can short it here or 126 below here, below the close. So the low, and then here you have a nice area, but it could dump to all the way 120s. All right, guys. Well, that's it for me. We'll talk tomorrow. I'll be live for a little bit, and then Thursday I'm pretty much traveling to mountains to a cabin, and then Friday I'll be at the cabin as well. I'll try to join. I'll be with the family and kiddos up there, so I'll do my best if I can join. If not, I'll just chat a little bit through the Discord with you guys, and then we'll have a class on Sunday.
All right, thanks, Shorty.
Yep, and that'll be volume profile only class.
Thanks, Shorty.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Shorty, see you tomorrow.